live. I'm putting my tires away. I gotta do something with these tubes. I'm gonna have to deflate them better. I gotta do that. What could I use? I put the new tires on the bike. First, let me do the pop-outs. It came out nice. It was a pain. That rear tire was a pain. Oh my gosh, what a pain. All these pieces had to come off to get the tire off. Because there's a piece that's done with an Allen wrench. You have to take the screw out because that's holding the tire in. It's extra protection for the tire. I was like, oh my God, I got to take all this off just to get the tire out. Disconnect the e-bike cable. I had to snip. I have to get some ties. I got some in the house. I'm going to have to find them. I definitely have them. And then I oiled the chain and all that, the gears. I sanded my disc thing so that the brake pads work better. I haven't put the new brake pads until I got some in the house. I'm going to have to find them. Kill that. But I just went crazy. Took me an hour. And tomorrow, 8 o'clock p.m., Tony Rathman will be joining me. It's going to be fun. This is just like two friends hanging out. And he's got the Staticom 3.0. And I've got the clips. I shared an 8-second one yesterday. But Tony's going to hang out with us tomorrow night for a little bit. Not that long. I'm not asking him to be here for 2 hours or an hour or maybe a half hour. Because, you know, the guy works a lot. And I'm not going to bother him on his weekend. My God, it's awesome that he's even doing it. He's got, you know, his wife, his family. He's got a lot. And that's his weekend, like I said, for him to rest. But he's such a great guy. They all are. Like I said, the family, everybody. They're awesome. And I hope they come out east so I can go hang out with them. It's not just like hanging out with them. It's going on whatever kind of investigation they do. I tag along. But it's also hanging out with them as friends. They're not associates. They are friends. I mean, they're definitely welcome in my home. Anytime. All right, all the pop-outs are done. All right, before I do that, thank God it's still early. Let me check the station. What the heck? One of the files ended a little early. It's still good. No, I'm wrong. I'm good. Thought I made a mistake. I don't like making mistakes. Very rare. I'm human. I do make mistakes. But I don't like to do it. Especially when it comes to this. Especially. Alright, 16. Let me get some files in here before I forget and I get in trouble. Oh, I gotta do the UAP from last night. It's alright, I'll run another one for now. I'm not gonna stay on long because I got work to do. And the bishop is not feeling well. I don't know if he's going live tonight or not. He'll let me know in a little while. He never, ever misses a show. If he's not feeling well, he's really not feeling well because he never, ever. He's so consistent. It's almost scary. His consistency. It's amazing. Love it. And he's a great guy too. I have to be honest, I don't know anybody that I've dealt with that was ever negative. And you know, people make business decisions, they go their way or whatever they do. Business is business, personal is personal. From a personal standpoint, I'm telling you, they're great people. Some people say, you know, you can't become friends with the people you work with, like in this kind of field. That is BS. Absolute BS. Because they're all, I run into them at conferences and stuff. Doesn't matter if they left the network or whatever and decided to do something different. That's their decision, and I respect it. But at the same time, when we meet, it's like we're hanging out and chilling. And it's great to see them when that happens. And like I said, I love them to death, all of them. All right, so I had some tires I had to change because it was so bald. The rear one was bad. These are the tubes. They're both good. This one right here. Is it this one? This is so worn. Look at that. Alexa, brighten living room light 50%. Look how worn that tire is. Look how worn. 1,700 miles of biking. But look at it. Look how worn out it is. This is the rear tire. The front tire is not too bad. I'm going to save the front. But I changed both tires. I'm not going to just swap out one. This is the front. The front is still not too bad. You can see the threading. The back one was bad. Really bad. Scary that I thought I was going to get a flat. Alexa, dim living room light 50%. You taking your time? Alexa, dim living room light.
Okay.
Okay. So, there's the new tires. And you could see they're new tires. This was a pain to take this off. It was a pain because you have to take a piece out of here, a bar out of here, unlock it, disconnect it. It was a pain. Wow, it did another weird little skip. I'm gonna have to put another ad in there. Never seen that. Sometimes the files themselves could be a little glitchy. Now it's good. Let me see what other pictures. Yeah, there's a better view. You can see how the tires are new. It's freaking awesome. Like I said, it took about an hour. And I oiled this here, over here. I took sandpaper, fine sandpaper, and did my discs for the brakes, cleaned them on both. The bike got serious maintenance today. It needed it. It definitely needed it. That's the front tire. This one was the back tire. Oh, where is it? Yeah, there's the back tire. So I'm ready now. Bring it. Bring it. I forgot to paint this though, again. It's all right. So Bill's been a little busy this morning. Getting the bike primed up again for this spring and summer. And fall. So 1,700 miles on that bike. That's a lot. In less than a year. Just that one bike. But it's going to be fun to have Tony tomorrow. He's such a great guy. And I love their passion and enthusiasm. It's like so real. They're so real. Same thing goes with Ken and Rise Up. and the whole team, Cody Satori, same thing. You could see the passion, and it's real. It's not like people pretending, exaggerating. If stuff happens, it happens. If it doesn't, okay. Bummer. But you have to try. And they do. I hope this works. Because these are good tubes from the old tires. I want to see if I can get the air out. Now I got like 4 spare tubes. Because the tires came with tubes. And I used those tubes, not these. It's supposed to be the same size tire, but you never know. It fit the bike. What the heck's going on? And I just had a great conversation with my best friend, back then. His sister. Oh my God, what a great conversation that was. Over like an hour. From Florida. And she reminded me so much of her mother. I was getting the chills. It was amazing. I loved Mike's mother. She was my second mom. His father I got close to too. After time. He worked. He would come home. He would want to rest. I didn't want to bother him or try to talk to him. But we developed a good relationship. Really good. With respect. His father passed away. That hurt me. When his mother passed, that was devastating for me. I used to argue with Mike over his mother. Not many people could do that. But he understood how much I loved his mother and cared for his mother. I would really have arguments with him. But he knew I loved her. So he accepted that. Not many people would accept that when it comes to their mom. That's really personal, like, who are you? But I was the exception. That's good enough. I have new tubes in my backpack. These are gonna go in the crate with the brake pads. I just want to get as much air out as possible. There's a lot of activity outside. Fire trucks, ambulances, something big is going on in the neighborhood. It's never police. It's always that. That sounds like an ambulance. Prayers to the person. Very rare I've heard police. Good enough. This is going in the crate. Into the pit you go. Watch everything fall. Oh, there we go. My brake pads are in there. That's it. Done. Thank God I got it done, though. Anyway, I think I might game. I don't know what the heck I'm going to do right now, to be honest. I think I just want to hear a couple of my songs for now. Sometimes I like to enjoy those songs I wrote. I know people get sick of it, but the only way I could really listen to it is three ways. When I'm riding the bike with earbuds, sitting here with these, or in the car through the system. It's not like I'm not going to listen to it on the phone without. It sounds best on these. That's the thing. It sounds best. I don't remember. What was it called? Rejuvenate? I think it was Rejuvenate. The one that I wrote while I was live here, sitting here, writing the lyrics and putting the song together. That's crazy. It didn't come out to my standards, but it came out okay. But not to my standards. It was rushed. Because I was sitting here writing the lyrics. And there's a lot of lyrics. And it's about this time of year. And my anticipation of getting out there and riding and enjoying spring into summer. That's the whole theme of this song. I wrote the lyrics. This is Suno. It creates the music. AI. I write the lyrics.
Trees begin to bloom, the signs of early spring, a breath of fresh air. Birds begin to sing, the feeling of energy, rush of adrenaline. Winter now past, a shot of nature's medicine. Body reanimated, blood rushing through my veins. Time to get moving, no more lazy days ahead. Days growing longer, more hours to enjoy. Internal engine roaring, full throttle is deployed. Back to being fully restored, finding the fountain of youth, the sense of being reborn, cylinders running smooth, all gears in motion, no time to waste, a jolt of power, rejuvenate. Bad habits in the rear view mirror, toxins now deceased. Mind over body, stimulus is released. Positive vibes all around me, a sense of spirituality, peace and stability within, new path for normality. Staying focused with intent, high inner willpower, resisting ill temptations, anxieties of my darkest hour. Second wind arises, never looking back, prolonging one's longevity. My life's now back on track. Back to being fully restored, finding the fountain of youth, the sense of being reborn, cylinders running smooth.
And what's weird is I wrote that while I was sitting here streaming live. That's very distracting. But it didn't come out too bad. That was the last, I wrote that like a week ago. Let's see. No fly zone. That's when the drones were happening. This is when the drone stuff was going on. I wrote this. And it can still be applied.
Lights appear above the horizon, flashing in steady formation. Humming as they move along, activity spreads across the nation. People stare and wonder, what could these actually be? A PSYOP operation, an adversarial intrusion coming from the sea. No one knows the answers. Government denying a threat. Society demanding answers. A cover-up is what I bet. Flying above our neighborhoods without any consent. Origin of flight unknown, or ideas of where they went. Violating airspace, moving at their own will. Who and what is behind this false flag operation drill? A sense of false security. What is the source of these drones? Bases and assets on high alert as they enter the no-fly zone. Tired on all the non-answers. Told to remain calm, not to fear. What are we to believe? The truth is what we want to hear. No more lies from our government. Trust diminished over time. Officials bluster with frustration. Denial is the true crime. What will it take for action? Who will stand for the truth? Will it be our next president? Transparency presenting the proof. We tire of the status quo. It's time for us to stand. We may finally get our answers. Security in our homeland. Violating airspace, moving at their own will. Who and what is behind this false flag operation drill? A sense of false security. What is the source of these drones? Bases and assets on high alert as they enter the no-fly zone.
Getting carried away now. Always. Let's see. I've written quite a few songs now. Alien Disclosure, which is the one though? Is it this one?
Decades of denial, omission of proof. Top secret clearance, obstructing the truth. How long have they been here? Where do they come from? Is this just conspiracy? Do they think we are dumb? We have control over the skies and in the sea. Inside a home, what do you want from me? Alien in appearance, or under a false guise? A message for humanity, or an ominous surprise? The truth is out there, will we ever be told? Government denial, disinformation, behold. Evidence classified, no need for exposure. Special access programs block the path to disclosure. Seek protection under fire and scrutiny. Threats and intimidation, doubts of credibility. Sown by those denying the truth, disinformation campaign. False flag propaganda, attention starts to wane. What will it take for disclosure to occur? A landing at the White House, undeniable truth creates a stir. Declassified documents finally released. The proof is now out there, but will humanity believe? The truth is out there, will we ever be told? Government denial, disinformation, behold. Evidence classified, no need for exposure. Special access programs block the path to disclosure.
I actually like that one. I don't know which version of Fault Line this is, but there's one that I really like. It's this one.
The ground begins to crumble, cracks and fissures to form. Foundations attacked. Is this the new norm? Panic drives those with fear, driven by those who seek power. Will we be driven to our darkest hour? Rumors swirl, or should we believe? Blame shifts to each other, falling on deaf ears. We build our own borders. Who will survive? Will it be law and order? Is it just conspiracy? Masterminds of the global new order. Standing in the fault line, ground trembles under my feet. Forces on to wage war, they'll be the ones we defeat. Standing in the fault line, caught in the crossfire. Anger fills the air, leads to chaos and disorder. Warning shots ignored, writing is on the wall. What will it take before we all fall? One side pits to destroy each other, the cauldron of fire to be released. Ashes to ashes, dust to dust. Is this judgment day or the eve of the beast? Rivers swirl when we had the chance to seek a commonality. Anger voices heard above each other, too late for this finality. Lines drawn in the sand, now wiped away by gale force winds. We all need to respect each other, or in the end no one wins. Standing in the fault line, ground trembles under my feet. Forces on to...
You see where I put grounds? That's not a typo. If I'm standing in the middle of two sides, there's two different grounds there. One on that side and one on the other side. So I'm standing in that fault line that separates the two. Some people might think that's a typo. Ground's trembling. Like ground trembles under my feet. No. Grounds, because my foot, in a rhetoric way, is standing 1 foot on that side, 1 foot on the other side. That's why I wrote it that way.
Wage war, we will be the ones we defeat. Standing in the fault line, caught in the crossfire. Anger fills the air, leads to chaos and disorder.
So that's why I never really used to do it. I actually like writing the lyrics with meaning. Not just some. There are some that are silly that I try to experiment with because I wanted to. Let me see. Not that one. Where did I do all my videos? Hallows Eve sounds so terrible without the drums. I thought I moved the files to here. I guess I didn't. Oh well. Let me do the Halloween song. This is pathetic without the drums.
They gather in the fields, the fall's harvest to complete. Light dims in the heavenly hearth. Bonfires glow bright with symbolic heat. Samhain begins for all to celebrate. The physical and the
You like it?
interact.
Chapita?
Blessings for the new harvest. Fires to seal their yearly pact. Pumpkins smiling through.
Listen to it without the drums. It's pathetic.
In the dark.
But I had the vision.
Spiders bounce on their glittering web. Dogs can be heard as they begin to bark. Shadows in the distance, the source yet unclear. The moon shines brightly, howls in the night, I tremble with fear. Candy awaits in the jack-o'-lanterns. Children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties blaring Monster Mash. Everyone dressed in their best disguise. Ghouls and zombies walking through the streets. Superheroes run not skipping a beat. All dressed in their costumes.
So it's like lacking big time. But I heard it in my head, the parts that I could put to it. When I put it together, I was like, oh, this has potential. This has potential. Which it did. I just hope I can move this out of the way. It's a big platform. I was wondering where this book went. My God.
They gather in the fields, the fall's harvest to complete. Light dims in the heavenly hearth. Bonfires glow bright with symbolic heat. Samhain begins for all to celebrate. The physical and the will to interact. Blessings for the new harvest. Fires to seal their yearly pact. Pumpkins smiling throughout the house, emitting their light in the dark. Spiders bounce on their glittering web. Dogs can be heard as they begin Children all dressed in their Halloween guise. Traditional parties bearing monster mash. Everyone dressed in their best disguise. Ghouls and zombies walking through the streets. Superheroes run not skipping a beat. All dressed in their costumes, ringing or knocking. It's time for trick or treat.
I love playing that on drums. And there's another one, but I don't know if it's here. I think I'm gonna have to play this video and go to the end. Suno songs, where are you? Oh, maybe this. That's it.
As twilight approaches with color. As twilight approaches with colorful hues, daydreams turn to night. Twinkling appears slowly above the hints of the heavenly light. With each passing moment, wonders are born, like years traveled, determining their date. A look through a time machine, how long before we know their fate? The wonders and dreams race against time, the brilliance of light and shooting stars. What lies above and beyond our Earth? Imagining our travels and visits to Mars. How far can we reach our outstretched hands? There is no limit, our goals set high. Watching the meteor streak above under the night lit sky. Could there be life out there, feeding in the
break time. I love playing that too. And it's mine! I gotta write a paranormal song. That's what I gotta do next. A paranormal song. A ghosty song. Did the Alien. It's time to do a ghosty. Then I tried to write this one. Like a dance song. I don't know which version it is though. It's not that one. It's not that one. That's... I make multiple versions. Where would it be? It's not going to be on a video. Because I had to make an audio of it. Rattled my bones. Oh, we gotta mute this.
Crank up the bass, rocking to the beat. No time.
It's a little behind.
Grooving to the music, bouncing on my feet. Come on, everybody, get off your seat. Get that groove on, no matter where you be. Shake it anywhere, baby, you and me. Join me on the dance floor, rock it all night. Closer to your body, under the moonlight.
I'm way off.
Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air. Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm in beat and mood of tones.
Still a little off. I can't. I'm not gonna mess with it.
Feeding off your energy, rattling my bones. Cruising down the highway, my baby by my side. Turn up the volume, rocking as we ride. Driving to a full beats, car seems to be alive. All in sync together, this is how we thrive.
Still a little off.
As we get home, we turn down the light. You and I together make it through the night. Marvin plays in the room, let's get it on. Music made with each other to the break of dawn. Tingling down my spine, electricity in the air.
Still off.
Swaying with my baby, electrostatic in our hair. Keeping with the rhythm in beat and mood of tones. Feeding off your energy, rattling my bones. Yeah, yeah. Who made the moon knows? Right, I'm in the music. Tingling.
It does get monotonous though. That was an experiment song. Let's see. Then I'm gonna get off of this. The dog. Momzilla? Nah. I did holiday songs. A song for a for a show on the station. A song about my dog. I have a lot of stuff. But I think I'm going to end it right there because I don't want to go crazy with it. The only thing is I'm going to have to get off YouTube. Unless I decide to game. I do got some work to do soon. Let me see if anybody messaged me. Wow, that wind. Oh shit. The boss man. The Boss Man. Okay. What the heck was that? There's some crazy wind. All right, all clear. Anyway, as I mentioned when I first started the stream, Tony Rathman, who's a friend, dear friend actually, him and his wife and family and the other team members of Entity Voices, he's going to come on with me tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern. And we're going to discuss his new Staticom 3.0. And it's, reach your own conclusions, but it's really impressive to me. And I'm going to only share one clip, the smallest one. I got to remember which one it is. I think it's this one. Because I am not sharing any of this until he's on with me. But I'll give you a little sneak peek. That's about it.
How do you hear me speak? How do you hear me speak? How do you hear me speak?
That is wild. And you can make it out. And no, this is not getting interference from AM, FM, other frequencies. No. Him and his team at the time, they've been working on this kind of stuff for a long time. They're brilliant. Ron Iacovetti, brilliant. I mean, when I was there, and I have video clips of Kreischer, it's impressive how they conduct their research and their investigation. Very professional. Same goes with Rise Up, the two teams I've tagged along with during investigations. They don't mess around. They take it very serious. So he's going to be on with me tomorrow at 8 o'clock Eastern, here. I'm really looking forward to that. And like I said, thanks to him sending me all these clips that we can share them on the screen while he's on with me. I really wish I could find the Kreischer videos, because there's one that I had, but I wouldn't know where the heck it is. It might be on my YouTube. Maybe. I don't know if I ever uploaded it. I don't think I did. Out of respect to them. It's not there. I checked that folder yesterday. Maybe it is on the YouTube. I doubt it. It's not going to come out. I don't think I ever made a whole video of this. I'm going to go to this folder. Why won't it open? Come on, open. There it is. Oh, this is a little different. This is the place at night. And that's actually them right there in front of the house when I took the picture of them. Tony, Cherie, Lourdes, and Ron. That is a creepy place. And this is that thing that they caught in then the basement. That was bizarre. That. Look at that. There was nobody in that bathroom. That's what came up. It was freaky. That was freaky. And I was there when that happened. That was freaky. That image came up on the device. Oh wow, these are all the pictures. This isn't the one with me. That stinks. Let me stop this for a second. Let me see which. I'm looking for a specific video. Yeah, that's when I first got there. That's not it. Rats. What's this one? Yeah, that's them going around the house. That's not it either. I don't have it. I gotta find it. Kreischer. Because I had an experience in the house before they even got there. Open folder location. Maybe it's in here somewhere. What year was that? That was 2021. What? No. I'm looking at the wrong. That was before that. Oh, it says 8/8/21. August 8th, 2021. So maybe if I look for an MP4, (2021) 08. Oh, we got a few coming in. Still searching. I should have put 0808. Narrow it down. You got it. This was freaky. That place was freaky. They're saying fire near airport causes global travel chaos. The shutdown of London's Heathrow Airport, one of the busiest airports in the world, is causing chaos across the world today with thousands of flights affected. It just came up. I know that happened yesterday. Nothing's coming up so far on my search engine. That wind is really whipping. I hope I don't lose power. Because you get to, if I find it, you get to hear what the caretaker of the place says. Because he gave me a little tour before everybody else showed up. He gave me a little tour. And something happened above me when I'm walking. I was like, no way. Light starts flashing. I said, dude, does this, I don't know if I said dude, does this happen often? He goes, yeah, it happens all the time in this house. I was like, here we go. They're not even here yet and already stuff is going on. He won't enter the house alone. He won't go in alone. That says a lot. And he does all the maintenance there. He, at the time, I don't know if he's still there. He's the caretaker. And I'm like, oh boy. And it has a heck of a history. Look it up. Kreischer Mansion, Staten Island. History. It has a lot of bizarre, tragic, a lot of things happen at that place. And as I mentioned yesterday when I was talking about this, the 5 families, the mob families of New York, What was that about? What is he saying? Commander. Oh. He's talking about a prototype plane. I ain't discussing it. I'm not mentioning it. I think the president mentioned it somewhere. I don't know if it was this morning or... I was talking about the B-21 last night. Well, they're talking about a fighter. That's sixth generation that is supposedly being developed, but it's not ready yet. So there was a little correction in a chat just now amongst some people that I'm part of. And I'm not going to get into it. It's still searching. This is bizarre because I just looked at 0808 2021. That's what I put in. I should have put MP4. Like this morning, I'm glad I got my tires done for the bike. It's done. New tires. What a pain to remove the e-bike tire in the back. Oh, brutal. But this is the new tires. It was so bald. It was bad. And I did a lot of maintenance. Oiled this. I cleaned the disc for the brakes with sandpaper. It's fine sandpaper. Smoothed it out. Like I said, both tires changed. Back and front. So the bike is back in its... Oh, here... No. Back in a good state. I can't get over the number. What's up, Nick? 1,700 miles I've put on that bike. 1,700 in less than a year. That's a lot of miles. Let me see something. Alexa, how long is it from Alexa, stop. Alexa, how long is it from Montreal, Canada to Miami, Florida?
From Montreal, a drive to Miami would take about 23 hours and 45 minutes.
That's not... Okay, shit. Alexa, how many miles from Montreal, Canada to Miami, Florida?
From Montreal, Miami is 1,635.7 miles away by car.
I've done more on the bike than a trip from Montreal, Canada to Miami, Florida. By car. Oh, they're going back and forth on this right now. That's what that is. Uh-oh, Stanley. He's making me jealous.
Cheers, Bill. Hope you have a good weekend.
Oh my God, that's too funny. One of the Paranormal Rangers, Stanley. There's a private joke. Mark was there. When we were going back to Marianne Rob's house in Mesa, Arizona, I wanted to go to Arby's badly for a roast beef sandwich. They called randomly and they said, we're at Arby's eating a roast beef sandwich. I heard the call because it was on speaker. I was like, that is not right. And it became an inside joke. So he just sent me a video.
Cheers, Bill. Hope you have a good weekend.
And he's at Arby's eating a roast beef sandwich. He's laughing too. Oh my God, that's too funny. Oh my God! I tell you, that has to put a lot. You know. I just told him that was awesome. It's still searching for these. I'm not gonna bother with this because I'm never gonna find it. Never. It's just too bad that I don't think I've ever put it up. And if this is 2001, I don't know if it's on my other YouTube. He just gave me thumbs up. Let's see. I doubt it. Kreischer. I'm spelling it wrong. Kreischer? Nope. Nothing. Entity? I would never take their name. No. I don't have it. I'm not going crazy either. I wouldn't do that because that would be wrong. That's why I never did it. Because that's their stuff. I think I sent them stuff. Uh-oh. What is that piece of conversation? They're still going back and forth. Oh, they're going back and forth based on a alleged plane that we're developing. And I'm not going to get into details what they're discussing because it's not for me to talk about. It definitely has something to do with President Trump saying something about this specific plane. Uh-oh, Stanley. We're going back and forth now. Oh, I want to see the images they're posting. Wow. I can't share that photo. That's a private photo. But it's of that plane. It kind of looks like the F-117. Very similar. That's all I can say. Very similar, it looks like, to the Stealth, the F-117. This is probably a prototype. Another thing that people need to be aware of is there's always going to be propaganda out there to let the enemy think, it could be as simple as that we have this capacity, this capability. You have to think in those terms too. Oh my God. Look at all this stuff popping up from 2001. I just sent MAH files. The Sony would create an MAH. Maybe I have the raw file. What date is that? Nope. That's from an air show. There's more MAH 820. That could be one. See, there's a lot of station related stuff here that I can't share. I just lost it now. It's going crazy, searching for stuff. $8.29, what is this? It can't be that short. Sky Tour. Well, it's close to the end. I can't really make it out. It's just going crazy. I can't keep up with what it's doing. It just disappeared on me. Screw this. I'm not going nuts. Oh my God, after all that, it just went boop. I'm gonna try 2021 08 MP4. See if I can narrow it down. I really want to show you this because it was bizarre. You know, I was saying it yesterday. People experience stuff. It's, you know, it's one thing to talk about it, it's another thing to get it on video, to back it up. You know, it happened to me, and I was recording. I was like, what? It was freaky. It is getting really windy here. The plane that they're talking about, because I guess the president mentioned it, is the F, what is it? I'll go to the chat. F-47. To give you a little idea, this was updated 25 minutes ago, because I guess the president mentioned this. Right here. So they got the contract to build them. This was 25 minutes ago. In the biggest development for the U.S. Air Force tactical air power in more than 2 decades, Boeing has been announced as the winner of the service's Next Generation Air Dominance Fighter Initiative. So the announcement was made personally by U.S. President Donald Trump in the Oval Office today, with the Secretary of Defense and Air Force Chief of Staff. The contract's expected to be worth approximately $20 billion across the life of the program. And there's a conceptual artist rendition So that's what you're looking at. That's the big thing they're talking about right now. That we cannot see it, the conversation. So that's pretty interesting. And they're still going back and forth on it. I wouldn't be surprised that there are prototypes already developed. Let's just say that. Because we don't know what the heck they're developing and what they're working on. You know, you hear the talk, we're 20, 30, 40, 50 years ahead of what we see publicly. So it wouldn't surprise me. But you got to also remember, this is also saber rattling to certain countries out there. Like, this is what we're working on. Be careful. And if you keep up to date on what's going on globally, you could figure out the rest. Because the B-21, like I was mentioning yesterday, and hypersonic missile capability, there's rumors it can be anywhere from 5 to 10, Mach 10. And allegedly it's possible that it's on some planes now. I cannot verify that. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying there's chatter. And guess where they're heading? To the Middle East. And then a letter goes out to Ayatollah Khomeini, giving him 2 months. Take this, diplomacy, or there'll be an other alternative based on their nuclear program. So, and there's a lot of assets moving near the Red Sea to deal with Yemen, the Houthis. Things might get, and I think it's going to happen within the next 6 months. I've been saying it. I could be wrong. But there's a lot of stuff, there's a lot of moving things going on right now. If people keep in, track of that kind of stuff. And I'm sure it's public. I'm going to see now. Okay, we need past week. Oh, this is interesting. Was this announced today? Yeah, this morning. It has to do with something totally different, but the UAE has committed to a 10-year, $1.4 trillion investment framework in the U.S. The new framework will substantially increase the UAE's existing investments in the U.S. economy in AI infrastructure, semiconductors, energy, and American manufacturing, according to the administration. The UAE committed to the investments after President Trump hosted the UAE's National Security Advisor and the heads of major UAE sovereign wealth funds and corporations for a meeting in the Oval Office earlier this week. I wasn't expecting that one when I was looking for this. What's this one? This was today. U.S. sells advanced rockets to Saudi Arabia as Houthi conflict escalates. The State Department has approved the sale of high-precision weapons and foreign military sales to Saudi Arabia at an estimated cost of $100 million. Saudi Arabia requested the purchase of 2,000 advanced precision kill weapon systems. Excuse me. According to the press release from the Defense Security Cooperation Agency. This is today. The U.S. CENTCOM said U.S. fighter aircraft used these laser-guided rockets to shoot down Iran-backed Houthi one-way attack drones. While much bigger arms sales have been made to Saudi Arabia, this is the first time that this and advanced precision-guided systems is being sold. So that's going on. This is all today. There must have been a big thing that President Trump said this morning. Here's another one. Wow, there's a lot of stuff coming out. And this is military.com. Let me just see if it found anything. It's still working on it. I'm not going to worry about that. Here's another one. This is from military.com. Hegseth beefs up warship presence in the Middle East and will have 2 aircraft carriers in the region. This is today. Defense Secretary Pete Hegseth, in a rare move, is beefing up the Navy warship presence in the Middle East. I'm going to share the article on the screen so you could see it. Ordering 2 aircraft carriers to be there next month as the U.S. increases strikes on the Yemen-based Houthi rebels. It had, prior to that, because there was some movement a few months ago, 6 months ago. Prior to that, it's been years since the U.S. had committed that much warship power in the Middle East. They should be there by next month. Yep, that's what I was waiting to read. But it also serves as a clear message of deterrence to Iran. This is what I'm saying. This is just naval assets. Can you imagine that? Air assets. And that's what I'm talking about. You gotta pay attention to what's going on. Because there's a lot. Let me see if I can find something. I don't think they're going to mention this. They're still saying this is under development. And this is a few days ago. U.S. Air Force needs 145 B-21s and high-end penetrating capability. There's 100, I think, that's ordered now. I think. Yes, instead of the planned 100. So this is the next bomber. And the prototype has already been developed, so you can only imagine. look for something else. Then they're getting their assets in place. I'm telling you that right now. Okay, I'm just seeing if... So something was going on in Europe. You might see all this stuff in the news. You would think nothing's going on, like with NATO and stuff. 2 days ago. U.S. bombers complete latest European Bomber Task Force 25-2 deployment. Ramstein, Germany. After weeks of dynamic training and integration across Europe, Africa, and the Middle East, 4 U.S. Air Force B-52H Stratofortress bombers and aircrews completed bomber tests and returned to the air base in North Dakota. So they are doing their drills. Don't be fooled. They're staying on top of stuff. And notice it says Middle East. But NATO won't get involved with that unless they were attacking a NATO nation. And I think Iran has 2 or 3 submarines, but they're diesel. They won't last long. So pay attention. I'm telling you, pay attention to the Middle East. In the next 3 months, could be 6. That's an interesting thing. It's not mentioning what I heard, so I'm not going to talk about it. I'm trying to see if it's public domain. But there's a lot of pieces being moved to the Middle East. U.S. assets. I'll just say it like that. There's a lot going on. Look, he just announced 2 carriers are going to be there by next month. They're doing drills. I'm going to try it a different way. Okay, so this is kind of what I'm saying. This was February 22nd of this year, so a month ago. So, like I said, pay attention. And this is what the president talked about this morning, the F-47. You see that? And they're not going to use B-52s. They're going to use the B-1 or the B-2. Right there. But it's definitely a shot over the bow as a message. So, like I said, I don't know if the letter has been published. I highly doubt it. So this is, and it's all saying the same thing. Look, because Trump sent to another country he sent the letter. And this is 1 day ago, yesterday. Iran to weigh opportunities and threats in Trump's letter on nuclear deal. The letter was about negotiating on a nuclear deal. And they said that they would respond soon. They dismissed his letter as deceptive. What was in Trump's letter to Iran? Allegedly, reported by Axios, Trump's letter included a 2-month deadline for Iran to reach a nuclear agreement, warning of harsher sanctions if Iran did not comply as part of his renewed maximum pressure campaign. And somebody that represents Iran will respond in the coming days, but rejected any direct talks. So, like I said, keep an eye on this in the weeks and months to come. Because you know Israel's itching to hit their nuclear facilities. Itching for a long time. And then, is it a coincidence? Because he also told Iran, if the Houthis attack U.S. forces, he's blaming Iran for it as the proxy supplier of weapons to the Houthis. And Iran says, oh, they act individually on their own. We don't control what they do. He's not hearing that. He said there will be dire, I think his words were, I'm paraphrasing, dire consequences for Iran if the Houthis attack U.S. vessels. Whatever. Something like that. So, and you know, you have all these operations going on and pieces moving to the Middle East. And Iran was doing practice drills on a mock aircraft carrier. Did you know that? There's a lot going on. This is 1 day ago. They wouldn't be doing this if there was not some concern. This is from MSN. Iran is practicing to sink an American aircraft carrier to show off the country's military might and capabilities, but these capabilities are far from reality. Iran's storied history of blowing up fake U.S. carriers. So, are far from reality, because those ships are built to take hits, by the way. Are designed to withstand maritime attacks, and the service overall remains massively superior to Iran's own naval capabilities. Drones pose the greatest threat because it could be deployed in swarms. But it is unlikely that a drone or even multiple drones could do much to sink a Nimitz-class carrier. So there's a lot going on. This is 1 day ago that this article was made. And they use mock ships to simulate American carriers. So there's, like I said, there's a lot going on. It's like that thing where people are so focused on something, but they're not paying attention to the other stuff that's going on. You know, people are focused on domestic issues, and there's other stuff going on. So, like I said, the chatter, like I see and hear behind the scenes, and they better watch their step and tread carefully. Iran, I'm telling you, this president will not hesitate. And another thing too, a lot of the Arab countries, because we're dealing with a Persian country, a lot of the Arab countries might come out public and say, oh, we're so against what happened, but a lot of them will be celebrating. For example, Saudi Arabia. Because it's also a tribal thing. Sunni, Shia, etc. They would not mind to see Iran. Because remember, Saudi Arabia has a history with Yemen. The back and forth. They had a war. And they know who supplies them to have their war with them. They wouldn't mind seeing that taken out. And believe me, there's probably a few more Arab countries that would not mind publicly. I mean, privately. Publicly, they might say a statement to condemn, but privately, they might be happy. So, I predict within 6 months, something big is going to happen regarding Iran. I'm just saying, I don't want to see war. I don't want to see, diplomacy is obviously the first choice. It's going to be interesting to see what happens with this. But it's coming to a head soon. It is definitely coming to a head soon. And you might remember this conversation in a few months. Enough of that. Because these guys were talking about it behind the scenes. They got me started talking about this. It's their fault. Oh, God. Anyway. Should I play a game? I think I need to go to work. I don't know if I have the mind. This game has got me... I'm not even that crazy, because it's... After playing the other RPGs, this one is like cheap, but I like it, but it's kind of boring compared to the others. That's the bad thing. When you play a game like this, after you play another type of game, it's kind of like a disappointment. It's like a letdown. Let me make sure there's no... Alright, there is. Okay, there's no other audio running in the background. And plus, I'm completely lost of where I left off on this game. I'm hoping that I'm heading to the right place. Because I want to be here. But I might be wrong. I might have to go way all the way back, but I don't know yet. Where am I? Where's my location? I know I went through all that. Right there. So we gotta go right. Whoa! And I definitely need health.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny, they have their uses.
Who is this? Who are you? Maybe he's better than what I have.
I know precisely when a curative is needed,
Oh, I had him
Master.
before.
You'll never fall in battle so long as I'm around.
He's like a 37 level. Oh, he's a different one. 41. Let's see his details. Not like the one I have. See ya.
I have a knack for gathering items and am ever on the hunt for new finds. I'll gladly try out any useful mechanisms I espy.
Come on, get out of here. We gotta go over a bridge. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
I grant your weapon a magical boon.
The enemy right where I need him, Maris. Don't let up.
Oh! Heal me, heal me.
Stay with me. Halt, if you please.
Oh, the dragon. We can't mess with the dragon. We cannot mess with the dragon. I'm avoiding
In
the
traversing
dragon.
other worlds, I came to
Yeah, we're not going
know
near
of
the
a
dragon
treasure
right
chest
now.
in this area. Perchance you'd like to see
We're
it.
in no shape. We need to get over that bridge. The dragon is nearby, and I'm like, not gonna survive. I can't make camp because I don't have a camping kit. That would have healed me.
Pray, allow me to open your chest.
Matter of fact, I have items. What am I doing? Oh, I can't use it. I can't use it. Wow. That is not good. All right, we gotta go right. Oh! Where'd you come from? Heal me.
One might confidently call that a resounding victory.
We mustn't allow ourselves to become complacent.
It was nice last night, Skywalker. I did my bike today. I did the tires.
Take each trial as it comes.
Both tires. And I did a lot of, not a lot, other maintenance stuff on the bike. Oh, I don't like the sound of that. What is this? What is that? We're going there. To the right. Oh! the right.
Bad to worse. Heavens, no!
Something's gotta be here.
Our foe stumbles.
It's still there.
Just one more push ought to bring it down.
Strike fast and true, and our quarry shall fall.
There's something big. That's what it is. I'm never gonna beat this. Oh, he just sat on me. It's down.
We achieved remarkable synchronicity.
Indeed, was enough to make one pity our foe.
It's still there though. What, ma? Who's what? The game, ma. It's the game. I still can't use. There's got to be something here. Okay, I'm away from it. Go this way. Go down and right. Let's go straight.
Thank you.
Oh, that's what it is.
Here, by way of thanks.
Guess that's what it was. Yep, it's gone. So now we gotta go back and to the right. I think. Yes. Get him.
Onward.
Get him.
Our work is not yet done. Shall we go and speak with this Oracle Master? I take it you've some...
Wolves, Master!
Leave it to me.
Come on. Oh! My back is better today, thank God.
This isn't the way to our destination, but I
think oh yeah, gotta go
presume
back.
you've a new one in mind. Lead on.
I'm sure there's a very good reason for this detour. We must respect our master's wishes.
Well, we sure gotta go that way. We gotta go around. What's this? not getting up there. I gotta go find the path.
In relation to that, oft do we call on you to carry the burdens we cannot. I must thank you. Your toil keeps me right on my feet. Well done.
We're still not getting around this mountain. We gotta go back. Oh, there is another trail there, though. Can I get up there?
Ah, I'll take that. We might find a use for it.
I don't know if I can get up there. Come on. Get up there. What about this? No, that's just going around the rock. Oh, this is probably right.
I shan't allow any further harm to come to you.
Heal me. Get him! Get him! Another one. I guess we have to get down there. We do. Oh boy, we can't fall down there.
An impressive view. We can infer much of the lay of the land from here.
Yeah, that's about
Perhaps
it.
we might take a moment to savor the scene.
Indeed, you are correct.
We're not getting down through here. Get back up! Oh no! Splat! Oh no, where's the last save? Oh no! Oh no! Oh my god, where could that be? Oh, that could be just bad.
Follow me, Master. Our next task awaits.
Okay,
Shall we go
good.
and speak with this Oracle Master? Methinks
Thank
I
God.
know where to find the person you're looking for.
Well, if you insist.
How are we going to
I'm
get
only
across
glad
there?
I don't have to lead the way for a change.
How the heck are we getting down there? I'm like leaning. Ain't going down that way. Could be a dead end.
Materials, eh? I shan't deny. They have their uses.
Oh, heck no. We're not getting down there. Who are you? What is that?
If your pack grows over full, simply ask me to sell off your surplus items. I'll have the gold for you in a trice.
No. Cancel him.
You have my admiration. I doubt even my own master has obtained an article so rare.
Oh, they jumped. We're going the wrong way, but we gotta get over there. The road is right above. No! Get up.
These faces have grown.
Oh, give me a
mightily
break.
familiar.
It is well to have
That is
comrades one
BS.
can
Come on,
trust.
get up there. Now we're talking. Make a left. There we go. We gotta go this way.
I seem to recall there being a treasure chest in this area when I explored it in other worlds. Shall I lead the way?
Where is he? Who said that? Main pawn, get over here. Get over here. Let me talk to you. Oh well.
That's the last straw.
I'll hold on to this. After all, an ounce of prevention is worth a pound of cure.
I'm always willing to lend a helping hand.
It was a surprise.
Coastal Inn.
Surprised to find someone living out here, and an old man at that. I wonder what so impels him to set out to sea.
He's something of an enigma, isn't he?
Perhaps we'll understand more in time.
Well met, sir. Can I interest you in a room, sir?
Yes. Wow.
I have no issue falling asleep, even at this time of day.
You should have our full power back. Yep.
I trust we've all inspected our equipment.
Off we go, then.
Feeling
Trying to see if I could save.
Did I trust?
Good.
Well met, sir.
Everybody's back to full health.
Mayhap I ought to be getting home.
I'm supposed to be here for a reason, but there's nothing showing up. And I think I'm gonna have to look this up. Har Village. What is this one called? Return to world map. Yeah. First of all, I should go to that thing to see if I can switch up, swap pawns. Right there. Riftstone of Fellowship. So let's go this way. Yes.
I think I can manage. My bed.
Okay, but there's the others. They're all cheap. There's no high level people. Wow. Wow, that's bad. They're all lower than the ones I have. Who's that all the way out there? No. Yeah, let's leave. Alright.
A troubling rumor has reached my ears, and methinks I ought to share it.
Quests.
To
Flickering shadows.
Into that cave. But Jonas, isn't it your duty to aid our people?
This world's gone to the dogs.
I see you cannot manage without me for a moment, Arisen.
Can't do much on an empty stomach.
As a matter of fact, I shall never forget the agony I felt at the coronation.
Alright, he's going into a cave. But see, it's telling me to go back all the way over there.
Said there is an illness spores can contract beyond the rift that inflicts unspeakable harm on those around them. As it progresses, the pawn gradually loses all self-control, and in time will even cease to heed the Arisen's commands.
That sounds most unpleasant. I do hope we shall remain free of it.
We're going the wrong way. The lighthouse. Jesus Christ. Where's the cave? How the hell are we gonna get all the way over there? No. I think I did all this already. It's what happens when you play a game and you stop. This is the problem.
Hey everybody, today we're going to show you how to complete the Flickering Shadows quest. Life crystals, these are pretty important in the game, but you want to select the option there, the Godsway, and once you're done speaking with him, you'll see the quest update and we can move over to the next yellow circle. Now our second location is going to be found a little bit further away. You're going to have to do a little straightforward path. Once you get over here, this one's actually a pretty cool looking temple. This is the difficult to get to, as there's a pretty straightforward path.
I was there, but she wasn't there.
Now our second location is going to be found.
Where's the first
you want to
location?
select the option to tell you about the Godsway. Once you're, that's what you need to click on. Go ahead and click option to talk. Shrine. This one's going to be just behind where that. Find that you have two yellow circles that you need to visit. The first one's going to be pretty close by.
I don't see no two yellow circles to visit. I only see one, and she wasn't there, so I don't know what the hell's going on in this game. I don't know if it's a glitch. We need the world map. That's the only one here. That one. That's the only one I see, and I was there. Unless the game is glitching on me. I wonder if we can, how to fast travel. There has to be a fast travel. How to fast travel.
Getting around can be extremely tedious and actually pretty hazardous in Dragon's Dogma 2. And though there are means of travel like the ox cart and using the 2 feet you're given at the beginning of the game, there's an even faster means of travel if you wish to reach your destination in the blink of an eye. There are several fast travel points, also known as port crystals, located in different towns across the map.
I'm there.
But in order to use them, there's a few things you have to do first. In this guide, we will discuss fast travel in all of its forms in Dragon's Dogma 2 and where you can find or purchase fairy stones early on. Let's start with why you might want to use ox carts.
Alright, I know where that is, where I'm playing right now. We're right near one. It's on the beach, where we were just at. Put the sound back. It's right here. There. It's not doing anything. What the heck? What do we gotta do? Forget about the ox cart.
Matu, and finding them all can be a bit of a task. The first one we found was in Vernworth, right here on the map beside the inn, right in the corner. In order to unlock these fast travel points, you need to interact with the purple port crystals. Once that's done, you can fast travel to any port crystal that you have unlocked, which requires spending a fairy stone. But where do you even get fairy stones? Fairy stones can be obtained by completing certain...
We need a fairy stone. That's probably why. This game is cray-cray. I got one. I got 7. So why isn't it activating? Do I use it? Who is he?
Master, if ever your pack grows cumbersome,
Or she?
know that I would be glad to purchase any of your unwanted items.
Get lost. I don't know. This is risky. No, no. Where's that? It's not too far from where we need to go.
That went as well as we might have hoped. Let us cast our eyes about and analyze the situation.
But now there's another place.
certain quests and tasks, opening up particular chests, and one is even given by the Vernworth Vocation NPC when you turn in your very first Seeker's token.
What are you
but
doing?
they can also
We've
be
not been
purchased
given
from
leave to
certain
rest
vendors
yet.
if
We
you
don't
have the
need
coin
her
to
anymore.
do so. Just don't.
Now we need to know. Flickering shadows. I did all these. Seek information about larger blue. But it's telling me to go to her, but she's not there. Seek information about larger blue crystal shards. Flickering shadows.
You have gathered materials here, Master. Can we really afford to carry more?
We spoke to the Dragon Forge. Yeah. Uh-huh. I know that. Yeah. But she's not there when I get there.
"'Tis to seem a path. Perhaps he who was...
What manner of treasures will I find today? I can...
Time to freak out. Seek before that.
Loath as I am to.
Go to her and talk to her. But she's not there when I get there!
I knew you would. You seek answers, and you shall have them. Loath as I am to. I sense a land, yet it now lies many fathoms below. Though 'tis seem a path. Perhaps he who was.
What manner of treasures will I find today? I can.
Time out. You spoke with the Dragon Forged. But you see? Seek who he who was Dragon Forged in Heart Village. There was nobody there. So we're having a problem with this one. With Luce. I already spoke to Dragon Forge.
Godsway. Forgive. Remember. Draconic blood, then I bid ye farewell.
Unless I go back to him and I didn't do something right.
Come to think of it, some masters.
Alright, I did that.
And I bid ye farewell.
You spoke with Dragon Forged. This up. Luce not at Reverent Shrine. How to unlock Trickster Vocation. Okay, this is probably where I'm stuck. This is where I'm stuck. I know it. This is it. This is probably why she's not there. Where's she going? It's in fast motion. It's retarded looking.
Well done, Arisen One. You have seen through.
She's on the top.
Well done, Arisen One. You have seen through.
That's where she is. Tricky, tricky. She's on the top of the temple. No wonder. Now this is gonna be a pain.
This looks as good a place as any.
Onward. Our work is not yet done.
Get over here, everybody.
Shall we go and speak with this Oracle Master? If you wish to meet with this person, I would gladly lead the way.
Well, if you insist. I'm only glad I don't have to lead the way for a change. would seem we need not always travel by foot, if novel inventions such as this are to be found.
I dare say there'd be no harm in using this.
Okay, nothing important.
At once, Master.
Get on board, everybody.
Might I be of assistance?
Oh, don't attack me. Please don't.
Look, Master, a treasure chest. We shall have to find a way to reach it.
Uh-oh.
Venom harpies! Take that! I'm losing you!
Flame is its weakness.
Oh!
Let us see what you're made of. Are we leaving already? Bother. I was just getting warmed up.
Ooh!
It shall be done. I am here to aid you, Arisen. I grant your weapon a magical boon.
Poison is a nasty affliction. Do not despair! I'm coming to your aid!
I don't want to fall. Which way do we gotta go? The opposite direction. We got off of that one, right? That's the wrong one.
Paths to victory are myriad indeed. That strategy never would have occurred to me. Unbelievable.
Uh-oh, I don't like the sounds of that. Oh my god!
If we're to have any hope of victory, we must employ every tool and tactic at our disposal. Ah, yeah.
Right where it ends.
I cannot afford to power.
Perhaps you'd like to take care of the remainder.
Splendid.
Oh, what the hell was that?
I shall finish
Get it! Get it now!
Recklessness has done them no favours. They ought to have conserved their strength.
Oh, I gotta fall off the cliff! I am not going to fall off that cliff.
This foe is nigh unstoppable when it is rocked. We must do all we can to prevent it from losing its temper.
Then we'd best fell it quickly, or else wait till its fury subsides.
Oh, it's booking.
Have you forgotten something, Arisen? You're looking rather lost.
Uh-oh. It's coming back? No. Let's make sure we're going on the right one. Yes.
It is a mechanism for hauling freight, and it looks as if it could bear a significant load.
Shall we hop on?
I'm taking a break after this. I got things to do.
All the work.
I just want to get to the shrine. Uh-oh. Uh-oh. Uh-oh.
Arisen, I know of at least one location in the vicinity that may be of interest to you. Shall I tell you more?
Get it!
No sense letting the enemy gain the upper hand. The early griffin gets the worm, as they say. I hope you weren't expecting mercy.
You have my protection.
To think I'd be caught unawares. I am
Totally up there.
shamed.
We ought to consider this a lesson.
Whoa!
This is what befalls one who lets
Not
down their
good.
guard.
Not good. Heal me, please. energy is going down.
Impressive diversion. Shall I finish them off, Arisen? A wide
Just yonder. Looks to be a good...
Strike down the mage. Our foes must not be given a chance to get back on their feet. Caution would be wise, but we ought not let it halt us in our course.
Come on.
Onward. Our work is not yet done. Shall we go and speak with this Oracle Master? I take it you've some business with this person. Then pray, follow me.
Follow who?
The vanguard is yours. Lead on.
Oh, shit.
During my travels beyond the rift, I learned of a cave near here that you have yet to explore. Shall I take us there?
My magic grants you an elemental boon.
Oh, he's on my side?
I'll turn you into a pin, Arisen, you're right. I'd not dare attempt such a feat alone. Together, I think we can manage it.
What you waiting for? Get on with it.
Squat.
Our best bet is to set it deep, then wrench it to the ground.
Interesting. I suppose you could try to tip the odds in our favour.
By all means.
Find an opportunity to retreat. I say we take it. It is hardly cowardice, but no hope of victory.
Oh shit, somebody's down.
I am safe. Thank you, Orison.
I can't get. I want to climb it. I'm dead. I think I'm taking a break. I need to take a break. I didn't even eat yet today. It's almost 3 o'clock. All right, I gotta work.